Guys, I'm back, and I have the barrel and blade knife of the month for November. And this video is a little late because I've had this for a while, and the first video just the settings on the camera sucked, so we're doing it again. So barrel and blade has a pretty damn good knife of the month subscription. Now, we've seen this knife before, I believe, in Monthly Knife Club in the Onyx. I liked it then, and I still like it now. So this is the VKnives, the Frontier Survivor. This is one for all the fixed blade. See, I'm screwing it up again. Fixed blade fans. Starting with the big old VKnives box. Now, on the card from Barrel and Blade, they gave this an MSRP of $179. And there's a price range you can find this for, around the internet, but it is a pretty good sized knife. There was a paper in here originally that said where, country of origin. I'm pretty confident that this is a Taiwan made knife, so not China, not PPRC made knife, not quite made in the USA, but allied nation made, So, number one, the box that VKnives come in are great because you can refoam them. They've got rubber gasket, they've got positive, locking. They are heavy duty plastic, so put the knife in it, store whatever you want in it. Anyway, but we're here for the knife. So, the other one I had from Monthly Knife Club had a little bit of rattle in the sheath. This one. Oh, you know what? It didn't have that rattle before. I guess I unlocked rattle. So also a little bit of rattle. Okay, good. Fair representation. A little bit of rattle, but very good retention, very positive retention, not coming out. The sheet itself is polymer, not Kydex. There is a difference, and so this is injection molded, the way that you would make a plastic. I'm not trying to compare it to a toy. I'm just saying a plastic toy, a plastic model kit. They inject the material into a mold, hot, and then it cools in there, as opposed to Kydex, which is basically like a material that's folded over and pressed. Is one better than the other? I don't know. One can be done in a home workshop or a small thing, and one requires a lot of machinery and a lot of equipment. But this is an injection molded sheath, so the polymer is very tough, whereas Kydex is typically not as rugged as something like this. That's my opinion. I could be wrong, but very good sheath. It's got the locking tech lock on it, so you can slide that lock and then it doesn't open up. And they have a little carbide sharpener built in, and I said this exact same thing when I reviewed this knife last time. I hate these. These destroy your blades. However, if this is designed at the exact angle for this blade, you can, with a degree of confidence say, okay, it won't destroy this. I would never put any other knife blade in this thing. I would probably not put this in this thing. That's just, these are... Ooh. If you reprofile this edge, this bevel, to anything else, this is no longer a valid sharpening solution. But if you use their knife with their angle exclusively, at their angle exclusively, it's a workable solution. It is what it is. If you like hand sharpening, you can't use that again. So anyway, but they give that to you, and that's something that a lot of knife makers don't give. The knife itself is a pretty good, rugged feeling knife. It is big. It is a big knife. Feels very comfortable. You've got textured G10 scales. I think that it comes in other finishes and everything, but D2, these scales can be removed for customizing, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit. You've got almost 10 inches of knife here overall, with a 5.125 inch blade. This is, look how thick the blade stock is. I mean, and of course, you know, full tang. This is a hard use knife. This is a rugged outdoors knife. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm not sure what's with the secondary grind. I don't really find those to be super functional, but it looks pretty cool. And you'll have a lot of huge billboarding. You have just their logo there and some knife information. Balance is very good on this. And like I said, very comfortable. I have very, you know, big hands that I always complain about because they're like ogre gorilla hands. But it's a nice, comfortable grip on this. They chamfered all the edges, so you don't have a lot of hot spot building potential. You've got some really nice jimping right up there for your thumb. This is, I think, you know, I think it could function as a camp chef knife, a camp cook knife. I think it could function as, it's not my favorite blade style. I prefer more of a Scandi. Wow, I am just not doing it today, guys. I apologize. A Scandi blade grind for more of a bushcrafting kind of knife. But I believe, based on the comfort and the ergonomics of this, if you could do it with this, you could do all of your outdoors activities with this. It does not have a 90-degree spine for striking a ferro rod. That is one thing that I think it lacks. You might, no, I still don't think that would work over there. You might try the choil over, no, even that, never mind. It's chamfered edges. But it is a very comfortable knife. And I think that it has some real potential out in the field. I think this is a great addition for the Barrel and Blade Knife of the Month. They do a lot of folders, and I think it's nice to see a fixed blade included, and I think that this is a pretty... I like VKnives. I've only seen a handful of things from them, but from what I see, they're nice. And their stuff is made, you know, they sell you Taiwan. Some stuff is made in China, but Taiwan, USA, Germany, and you know, they tell you where each specific model is made, where you get it. This particular one is going to be customized here in the shop and given away for my Patreon folks, because I do giveaways for them all the time, as much as I can. So this one we haven't, you know, we did a bunch of folders, haven't done a fixed blade for them. So that's what this one's going to be. It is just a super comfortable handle, though. Like they really knocked the handle out of the park. I always would like a little bit more of a palm swell on my fixed blade handles, just so I feel like I get a little bit more of a ruggedized, you know, an outdoor grip on it. But this is contoured so nicely, and you can hold on to it so well, whether it's kind of a chopping motion or just, you know, because you can get your thumb up on that really aggressive jimping for slicing or just general cutting. It just, your hand holds it really nicely. And the reverse grip you could do, it doesn't feel as natural if you were, for whatever reason, you needed to hold your knife in this fashion. It doesn't feel as natural. But this just kind of falls into your hand just right, and the balance is really good, right kind of in the center of these two choils. Not quite the first choil, but right in the center of these two choils, perfectly balanced. So you know, I think this is a winner. I liked it the first time I saw it. I like it this time. It kind of, I know it looks unbalanced because the blade just looks bigger than the handle. When you just, it's the color strikingness, but it is a very comfortable knife to use. You get extra screws and a little wrench to do all your screwness with it. When you take these scales off, I'm not going to do it now. It is a solid piece in here with just the screw holes. It is, and these are barrel and screw type bolts in there. So it is one big solid piece of metal. You're getting one big heavy duty knife. It's a really nice you know, piece to take out and just Not that I'm recommending anybody should ever abuse a knife, because you shouldn't. But if you needed something to beat on and just use, you've got the blade thickness, you've got that nice big steel blade, you've got fuller there to help lighten it up just a little bit, and you've got just a big, heavy-duty steel billet. So great knife, I think. My opinion. And your opinion may vary, and I respect that, and I'd like to hear it if your opinion does vary. Tell us why. But link to Barrel and Blade to their Knife of the Month Club if you want to check them out. They've got some nice stuff. And it's not junky stuff. They've got some higher end stuff in their Knife of the Month Club. So I suggest you do check them out. And you know, and for my team, what would you like to see this become here in the shop? So, because, you know, for reasons. So anyway, what do you guys think of the knife? Any change in opinions since the last time we saw it? Or maybe this is the first time you're seeing it. What do you think of this thing? I really like it. Subscribers to the Barrel and Blade Knife of the Month Club, what do you think of the subscription so far? Or, you know, anybody thinking about maybe signing up now? Let's discuss things, because that's the fun thing to do on these interwebs. That's what we do. Or just randomly call people douchebags, because we do that on the internet too. I don't know. I don't support that, but I do it. Looking forward to discussing this with you in the comments. And remember that you guys are all absolutely awesome. And I appreciate every single one of you. And I will be back again real soon.